Hello, hello, hello you guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't been here before, welcome in. Glad to have you. Hopefully you enjoy it here. So today I'm going to be talking to you about my favorite bronzers. So this is going to be kind of a culmination of my favorite bronzers, like frequently used ones, plus ones that I just think are really good bronzers for women of color, dark skinned women, all of that, okay? Yeah. And I will also link this makeup look, so don't worry. Definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah, let's just jump into it.
Every time I see you, get a feeling like I'm so high. Tell me, am I dreaming? How the hell you looking so fly? I just got a meaning when I looked at you today. I got problems, baby, and I need you to save me.
So these are not really in a particular order, but if they were to be in an order, I feel like this one's kind of going to be a little bit more at the bottom, which might be a little controversial. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the Revolution Glow Ultra Matte Bronzer in the color Dark. So this is what it looks like. Okay, I just kind of want to cover the mirror so I don't blind you. So this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's got a little bit cooler of an undertone, I would say. So it's got kind of like that reddish brown. So I do like this one in the summer when I feel like I've got a little bit of color already, because then I feel like it just blends a little better. I don't use this typically in the winter or like spring when I am a little bit lighter, just because I feel like the color can get really heavy really fast. Texture is going to be a little bit thicker than some of the other bronzers, so you do have to kind of pay attention so that you don't accidentally deposit too much color, because I find that it can be a little bit trickier to blend, and once you put too much, you kind of committed to it, you know. But this one is really good for the price, and I think the packaging is cute. Obviously mine is kind of dirty. This is one of the cheapest bronzers I believe that I have, so, and it smells good. I don't know what it smells like. Kind of smells like body lotion or something. I don't know. It smells like a bath product or something, but whatever. Let's say if I was to give this a number on a scale from 1 to 10, I would probably give this about I'd probably say I'd give this about a 6, because I'll give it 2 for price, 2 for packaging, and 2 for formula. The next one I'm going to go into is the one I think is the actual cheapest one that I have, and this is the Soul Body Bronzing Balm. So in the color Deep. So it looks like this, and this one smells amazing. It smells like, remember Bath and Body, okay, not remember Bath and Body Works, I haven't gone anywhere. It smells like a Bath and Body Works one. There's like a coconut lime one. I want to say there used to be or is like a coconut lime, and it smells like that. Oh, it smells amazing. But this one is kind of interesting because it is like a balm texture, but it goes like a cream to powder. Also, it's amazing because it does go over or under. Like, I've used this under foundation, I've used it over foundation, I've used it over powder, and I find that it's such a nice formula because it blends super well, and it doesn't get like streaky or anything, and it doesn't displace your product. So, and it's cheap. I want to say, I might be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in the description box, but I want to say it's like $7. It was under 10. I want to say it was under $10 when I got it. So, but I love it. The formula is also really nice because it's really buildable. It goes on like a medium coverage to where you can build it up, but it's really forgivable. So if you accidentally put too much, it blends really well and it blends right out. So if I was to give this a number on a scale from 1 to 10, I'm going to give this, I might give this a 10. I think I'm going to give this a 10 because it's a great price. I think the formula is great. I love the color. The color is really like neutral. It's not too golden. It's not too dark. It's not too red. I feel like it's just the perfect like bronzing color, and it smells amazing. Like all of it, it checks all the boxes. So this one, probably give that a 10. So the next one is going to be one that I believe is probably going to be discontinued because Becca's gone out of business. So this one is Maui Nights, and this is the Becca bronzer. This is the packaging, and this is what it looks like. So this one is good and bad. So I like it when I have color in the summer. I have to get pretty dark for this to work, and sometimes I blend this with another bronzer. Now, if you are more of a cooler skin tone, or a little bit darker than me, this probably will show up a little bit differently. So this might be a little bit more of a true bronze. This one just gets too red on me and looks kind of funky. So I like it in the summer. I feel like I can pair it well, or else I'll kind of use it almost like a blush, and that works. But yeah, there's no way I use this typically like when I'm not probably like as dark as I'm gonna get. The packaging is pretty, and the texture of it is, it's not like finely milled, but it's not too thick of a texture. And this one's a little bit drier than other formulas. It could be because mine is old, but this one, it can get a little bit powdery. So you really have to take your time and blend it out. And if I was to give this a number on a scale from 1 to 10, I'll probably give this like a 5. I'll give it a 5 because packaging obviously is cute. It's a little bit more expensive. And then that color is just so reddish that it's for really just a specific group of people. It's not as universal as some of the other colors or some of the other bronzers. So the next bronzer that I'm going to talk about is the, you guys, I don't know, I should have wiped down my products before showing them, because like they all have like a little residue, whether it's from setting spray or powder or whatever. But this is the Fenty Beauty bronzer in this, oh excuse me, the Sun Stalk'r bronzer in the color Coco Naughty. So it looks like this. Pros and cons of this one. So first, I really love the texture. The texture is almost like a satin kind of a texture, to where it's like a really soft light powder. It is very pigmented though, so I do like that. So but it also builds up really, really well. It's not too pigmented to where I feel like it gets streaky. I feel like it's extremely easy to blend. The color is a little tricky. I feel like the color just works for me. If you are a couple shades darker, you might want to get the darker one that I can't think of the name. I'll pop the name somewhere in here. But there is one darker that they came out with, so I might suggest going a tad bit darker, because this, especially in the summer, I feel like this is going to get super close to my actual skin tone, so I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to use it. But if you are around my skin tone, if you are lighter than me, then I feel like you are going to really like this. Packaging is adorable. Formula is great. Does not have a smell, but that's okay. And overall, I just really like it. I actually started using this because my friend who's a makeup artist, Ashley, she suggested it and I tried it and I've been hooked ever since. I think it's a little bit pricier than some of the other ones, but I will definitely say as far as price, this one is absolutely worth it. So from 1 to 10, I'll give it probably about an 8. The only reason I don't give it a full 10, I just want it like a smidge darker. That's probably dumb because there is a darker one, but I felt like when I looked at the darker one, the tone changed a little bit. So whether it was like too golden or too cool, I don't know. I remember just looking at it and I was like, oh, this might be just a little too dark. Like I just want Coco Naughty a tiny bit darker. That's all. The next one is one that I've actually, that's funny, I've still got the little plastic on the mirror. Should I take that off? Whatever, I'll leave it. Anyway, so this is going to be the Hoola Toasted by Benefit. And let me show you what it looks like. It looks like, God dang it. Okay, it looks like this. So, let me first tell you the con. The con is the packaging. I know they're trying to do this like tropical cardboard thing. It's probably good for the environment. I don't know. Is cardboard good for the environment? Well, I don't know. But it's kind of annoying because a lot of times you just want to swirl the brush, but this one it's obviously a square. So when you're swirling, it's just like click, 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 like hitting each of the corners. So that's kind of annoying. And then also sometimes if you want to use a fluffier brush to really get in there, you can't because it is, you know, just because the depth of the box in general. So I don't know who said, hey, let's put it in a box, but they definitely could have not done that. So the packaging off rip is just not for me. The color, however, is beautiful. So I've been using this a little bit more in my recent videos, and it is beautiful. Like I love the look of this is when I want to feel real chocolatey because I feel like that color is just absolutely beautiful. I feel like it's about the right tone for me. I feel like this is a very, watch how many times I say golden, right? but I feel like this is a true dark, like golden color. So I feel like it actually just looks like you're toasted, even for me, even though I'm black. I want to look all extra toasty, sun-kissed without getting, obviously, that sun damage because I don't play that. I will put on a keeping, hoping, healthy amount of this bronzer. But if I was to give this a score out of 1 to 10, I'll probably give this about I'll give this a 7. The reason I won't give this a higher than a 7 is just because the box. I think the box is just stupid, and there's a reason everything comes in a compact, because it's just so much easier. Okay, so the last one that I have is going to be the beautiful, wonderful Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer. And it looks like this. Oh, it's so beautiful. I love this one so much. I think it's so pretty. So, let me first get into the cons about this one. This bronzer, honey, she is expensive. I put this one in my luxury, full face of luxury, because this one is expensive. I want to say it's like $50 or something, which I think is kind of a lot for a bronzer. Like, I'm cool about like 25 to 30. I think is my happy medium. That's like my happy range. Anything more, I'm just kind of like, all right, well, you better be worth it. But I will say, I can honestly say this bronzer is amazing. So it is the Airbrush bronzer. I don't know why I was going to do quotation. It's the Airbrush bronzer. Like, that's a fact. That's what it is. It's got this really light kind of a texture. So it is really pigmented. But I will say, even though it's pigmented, because it's kind of that like airbrush texture, it is really easy to blend and it's really easy to build. So I think it's beautiful. I think the color is gorgeous. I will say the color can run just a tiny bit like reddish pinky, which I know I say a lot, but sometimes I just need to have like a balance. Like, I like darker, I like golden, I like, you know, all of that. I just don't want to look red or pink, because then it looks odd to me. Like, I can always tell when I use certain bronzers. I'm just kind of like, ah, this one's just a little much. So this one does run a tiny bit pinky sometimes, but overall it's absolutely gorgeous. You get, I don't know if you get more than any other, but like, this could be like a gimmick or something to make it just seem like there's so much more product in here than here, but it looks like more, so I like that. If it does have a scent, it's very faint. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I do have clothes on. It's just like a tube top though, so, but I'm not out here naked, don't worry. No, I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give this an 8 out of 10 because, one, I think that price point is just a little bit higher for like the everyday person. I personally don't really care about spending money on makeup, but I feel like $50 for a bronzer is kind of a lot. So I will nick it down like a point for that, and then I'm gonna nick it down for a point where it just gets a little bit too cool toned. Other than that, texture is beautiful, blends really well, all of that. So yeah. And is that all of them? You guys, that's all of them. We've come to an end. So hopefully this video was helpful for you guys. Yeah, those are some bronzers that you have seen already if you're not new to my channel, and if you are new to my channel, you will be seeing much more of those bronzers, especially in the summertime. The summertime, I like to look nice and golden and bronze and statuesque and just all of that, so stay tuned. Other than that, if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up. It really helps me out and I would appreciate it so much. Leave me a comment. Let me know what your favorite bronzer is, or if you happen to like or dislike one of the ones that I featured. And I will put some videos right here for you guys so you can stick around. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.